Hello, everyone. Welcome to your week ahead podcast, astrology, and energy forecast for the upcoming week, November 10th through November 16th. We are cruising through November. We are cruising through or riding the highs and the lows of the energetic waves of November. I hope you are all doing really well and taking very good care of yourselves. There is a lot going on right now, emotionally, physically, spiritually, mentally, and everybody is feeling it. So please be kind to yourself, be kind to others. It goes a really long way. And hopefully with this forecast, it helps to keep you on top of the energies so that even though you may not be specifically affected by every single thing that I say for the week or for the day-by-day breakdown, it just helps to be more aware and then therefore more aligned. Moving right into it, our tagline for this week ahead, take it slow, ease and flow. Strong reminder as we move throughout this week and the remainder of the month that Mercury, the planet of information and communication, travel, technology, and when retrograde, all of those areas tend to backtrack a little bit and have some snafus, delays, outright blockages, stoppages. Mercury is retrograde, very retrograde. We are seeing a lot of travel delays due to the government shutdown. I spoke about that in my early November forecast. I actually received the download late October that for some reason the airspace would be closed, especially affecting international travel and of course domestic travel. But I was picking up on the airspace actually potentially closing. Now, I wasn't sure how that would happen. I know we were in the throes of the government shutdown, but it hadn't escalated to the point where it's at right now. So if you are traveling, especially this week, just stay on top of the airport which you are traveling in and out of, because not all airports are being affected the same way, but there is a global effect taking place right now with flights. And I'm not saying that the planets are responsible for that, but they absolutely will and can increase or enhance the troubles that we may be seeing when it comes to travel, technology, and communication delays. I'm going to give you the day-by-day breakdown as always, but just know that whatever energies are influencing each day are also vibrating throughout the whole entire week, some more strongly than others. On the positive side, we've got a fabulous grand water trine in the heavens. This is great for intuition, intuitive downloads. It's increased emotion, for better or worse, increased awareness, increased sensitivity, and increased creativity. Monday, the 10th, I have this flagged as a relatively smooth day. Great for getting things done, great for focusing on tasks at hand that need to be completed or any editing and revising that we have to do. The moon is in cozy Cancer, the sign of its domain. The moon will be having a sweet conversation with both Saturn and Neptune, which is great for dreaming. This is great for fantasy, but this is also great for facts and concretizing what it is that we dream of, what it is that we desire. So there's this sense of reality and then also a sense of the dream and how we merge and fuse these energies. The moon will also sextile Uranus, which is again great for creativity. It is great for intuition, great for relationships, doing things a little bit differently. The dream space will continue to be extremely colorful this week, with a strong emphasis Monday into Tuesday. The moon then moves into Leo Monday, 12:34 p.m. Eastern Time, and right off the top, the moon comes up against Pluto by opposition. It's like the moon boxing with Pluto quickly. Remember, the moon moves very fast. But that could bring in a little bit of heat, a little bit of tension, a little bit of friction, and or also a little bit of spice. It's all about how you work with the energies. Positively speaking, the moon will also harmonize with both Mars and Mercury. Again, great for conversations, getting things done, moving forward, but remember, we are still under that Mercury retrograde, so taking it slow is a must. Thinking things through is a must. Mindfulness is key. Tuesday, November 11th, 11/11, we've got Jupiter, the great guru planet, the gas giant, the planet of expansion and abundance and benevolence and blessings and all the good things, but also the shadow side to Jupiter is that Jupiter can be too much of a good thing, and this is where we can tend to overdo it or overindulge, so we must watch the potential to overdo it. However, Jupiter stationing retrograde at 11:41 a.m. Eastern Time, Jupiter will station retrograde at 25 degrees and 9 minutes of Cancer, to be technical. This is a time, collectively speaking, where we might see some personal opportunities slow down, but this is a good thing because it awards us the time to review past opportunities and present opportunities. This could also be a time where situations that you thought were done circle back around, maybe for some reopening, some closure, some healing, or maybe there's new opportunities coming in through a previous channel. So stay open and stay present and trust your intuition. I also wrote here, don't cry over spilled milk. That's the energy. Check in with self. This is a very strong karma time. This is a time where we are very focused on karma, both consciously and unconsciously. Trust in the knowledge that all is where it should be for you. You are where you should be. And if things have not worked out the way that you've wanted them to, trust the divine detours. As Jupiter's retrograde, you'll likely have more reveals as to how, why, when, and where certain things may not have worked out for you, but you'll find that detour. Jupiter will be retrograde all the way until March of 2026, so this is not like an immediate energy. So just take your time, take it slow, be in the flow, and allow the space for reflection and review. This will affect everyone. Of course, if you have strong Cancer placements, you'll feel it more strongly, especially anywhere between 15 and 25 degrees of Cancer more specifically, because that is the patch of degrees where the retrograde will impact. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if that goes over your head, don't worry about it. Just take the messages with this. If you'd like to know more about where this could impact you or how, you can always download your birth chart right on my website for free. I'll link that in this post. And then there's also content to help you to decipher these energies. So this will be felt for everyone. You're going to want to pay attention to the area of your birth chart where Cancer falls, more specifically 15 through 25 degrees. Also, if you are a Capricorn, any of the cardinal signs, Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra especially, you will likely experience this Jupiter retrograde more strongly, but everyone will experience it. Reminder that Jupiter is also the planet of luck, and he's now on a detour through the sensitive sign of Cancer, the crab. And Cancer is very focused on security, safety, family dynamics, home, the home life, the foundation, the physical home that we live in, and also this home, our home, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We could be pulled more towards seeking answers regarding our roots, where we come from, our lineage, our ancestry. Have you been thinking about locating somebody that you've lost contact with? That all comes up under higher focus while Jupiter's retrograde throughout the sign of Cancer. Every retrograde is different, remember that. You may find yourself more sensitive, more emotional about family dynamics, whether it's family of origin and or family of choice. And moreover, this is a fabulous time to gain information and perspective from family members, from ancestors, both here and beyond, because Jupiter does also rule over our loved ones in the spirit world, the gurus that walked before us, the wise ones. Ask and you shall receive. Ask your ancestors to help you on your journey, those that you met and those that you have not. Those that are here and those that are departed. What's also really nice about the station of Jupiter stationing retrograde, is that he does so in a supportive aspect with Saturn, a trine. They are forming this lovely water trine, both at 25 degrees as Jupiter stations retrograde. The two social planets speaking nicely to each other, wanting to support one another, wanting to give the opportunities, but making sure that the structures are in place and that everything is being done on the up and up, spiritually speaking, karmically speaking. And Venus is also in a nice aspect with Mars at the time of the station of Jupiter, just to add a little sweetness to the pot. So if anything interesting comes back around this week, comes back from the past, a new opportunity, but coming from a former channel, an old flame or friend or whatever, platonic, romantic, whatever it is, coming back into your reality, it's worth stopping and taking a moment and reflecting on the energy and the feeling that this brings in for you. Okay, moving on to Wednesday the 12th, we've got the moon in Leo squaring off with the sun in Scorpio. This can bring in a little bit of, again, heat, friction, tension. It could also feel quite personal within self, like feeling particularly edgy. And that's going to be felt even more strongly if you are a fixed sign or if you have strong fixed energy, which is Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius. Mercury, now in Sagittarius, will also align with Mars in Sagittarius. And this is also hot, fast, feisty, information coming in quickly, perhaps a little impulsively, so watch out for that. This is the day where arguments could be highlighted, debates could be highlighted. And I don't want to say to totally shy away from it because debates can also be very lively under these energies. And we're arguing, but we're also arguing with logic and passion. So it's not such a bad thing, but it can be a little bit spiky. So know your role and slow your roll where necessary. The best advice with this energy, because Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, Jupiter's just stationing retrograde, and this alignment of Mercury and Mars is happening in Sagittarius, which is a Jupiter-ruled sign. All of that to say, if you can keep it philosophical, if you can keep it more spiritual versus making things super personal, it can avoid the bruised egos and the hurt feelings, or at least it can minimize them. Mindfulness. And to bring it back to the tagline, take it slow, ease and flow. The moon will then enter Virgo, 6:52 p.m. Eastern Time. We get to Thursday, the 13th. That moon in Virgo will have a sweet little moment with Venus and Scorpio, which can be very nice, very sweet, very sexy, very informative. But then that moon will also bump up against both Mars and Mercury, so a very sweet moment can be followed by a spiky moment if we're not careful. But overall, Thursday's kind of chill, dare I say. At least personally speaking, it should be. I do feel travel-wise, Thursday's going to be very cuckoo. There's going to be more news that comes out likely on Thursday the 13th regarding the government shutdown, regarding flights, regarding travel. Also the stock market. Friday the 14th, that moon in Virgo will harmonize with Jupiter. The moon will also align with the South Node and oppose the North Node. The moon in Virgo will also harmonize with the Sun in Scorpio. The moon will also harmonize with Uranus and Neptune. Again, early AM all week long, but really early AM Friday, and then moving into Saturday early AM. The dream space should be hopping, should be very colorful, should be very prophetic. Water could feature very strongly. I like Friday. I think Friday is a great day for any type of therapy, intuitive work, alternative therapy. I just really like Friday. It's very intuitive. It's very tuned in. This is where we're seeking guidance and we get those answers from our higher self. We go inward. The further inward you go right now, the more wisdom you will gain. Saturday, the 15th. I love Saturday. I have it flagged as high vibes, high spirited. Moon enters Libra early in the morning, 4:44 a.m. Eastern Time. Harmony is on the docket, diplomacy, kindness, compassion, and grace. We want to get along with others. We want to have a nice time. We want peace. Moon is in Libra. The moon speaks nicely to Pluto. The moon also will speak nicely with both Mars and Mercury, which is lovely. If you need to settle a little conflict, Saturday can be the day to do it. Also on Saturday, Vesta is an asteroid, but she operates and resonates more like a planet. Vesta represents what it is that we burn for personally, our mission, our sacred mission. And in Capricorn, it's all about the structures that we can build, building a life, the life that we can be proud of for ourselves. This can bring in an extra sense of responsibility and structure and really motivate us to tackle challenges. Also helping us to achieve our goals in a different manner, in a different style, one that is more constructive to who we are today. And Vesta will be in Capricorn until December 24th. And if you want to do a little research for yourself on Vesta and where she falls in your birth chart, because you do have to add her manually when you're looking at your chart, she's asteroid number 4, Vesta. And then on Sunday, the 16th, we close out the week. We've got a really nice grand water trine. And it's building up all week long, by the way. We've got the trine from Jupiter to Saturn, which is in effect all week, pretty much all month. Jupiter at 25 degrees of Cancer and Saturn at 25 degrees of Pisces. And then we've got the sun on Sunday at 24 degrees of Scorpio, which is a lovely way to close out this week. I want to stress again, the dream space, hopping, very colorful. Intuition, very heightened. You are not imagining it. The signs, the synchronicities. Spirit speaks in echoes. What repeats is what reveals. It is not random. It is not a coincidence. The same song you keep hearing that you haven't heard in over a decade, not random. The same smell that you keep smelling, the same colors, the same animals, whatever it is. Remember that spirit speaks in echoes. And that will be very pronounced this week under these energies. It's a fabulous time for dream work. It's a fabulous time for therapy. It's a fabulous time for going deep. Depth is favored. Intensity is favored. Even though the energy is a lot right now, if we bring it back to the tagline, take it slow, ease and flow, I like this week. I do. Globally speaking, collectively speaking, it's spiky, of course. There's a lot going on right now. But personally speaking, if you can manage these energies the best to your abilities, that's half of it. All right. Should I use my tarot deck or my animal deck? Why not use both? Because I have them both here since nobody can answer me. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull an animal spirit card. They all fell. Hold on. I'm back. A bunch of them fell, or else I would have taken the jumper. Let's keep on shuffling. So this will be for the week ahead. Oh, this is funny. So we got the loon. Intuitive. Did I not just say that that's what this week is all about? Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. This is also something that's been coming up. The soul solitude. You've probably heard me talk about this many times before. It's important that we recharge our batteries, our spiritual batteries, our emotional batteries. Just like we have to sleep, think of it like that. We physically have to sleep to recharge. We also have to sleep. Our soul needs to sleep to recharge. And how do we do that? We go into soul solitude. We spend some time out in nature. We zone out listening to meditation music, healing frequencies, whatever that is for you. But you must quiet the mind to hear spirit speak. Let's get a tarot card also. I'm going to use this tarot card as advice for this week ahead. Let's get some advice for this week ahead. The Mother of Cups, which is the Queen of Cups. Again, cups are water, cups are emotion, cups are intuition, cups rule over our water signs, our water energies, which are Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. And if you look at this card, look, we got the loon here with the animal deck, animal spirit deck, and then we've got the swan here, the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Trust your intuition. Trust the flow of the energy and the information coming in, coming through you. That's where the answers are. Take it slow, ease and flow. Water flows. Energy flows. Intuition flows. And your soul knows. All right. There we have it. That's the week ahead. November 10th through November 16th. I hope you have a wonderful week. Next week, we have a nice new moon in Scorpio with a fabulous conjunction with the planet Mercury, the messenger. While Mercury's retrograde, Mercury's going to move back into Scorpio. We have a lot going on next week to talk about. The second half of November reading will be out shortly with that Scorpio new moon. So take really good care. And I hope that you find this helpful. Please let me know in the comments below how these forecasts help you, how the rituals help you. I'd love to hear from you. Take good care and take it slow, ease and flow. Bye.